Klaus Braun is Director of Research and Development for Elliot Group. Klaus, the focus of ADIPEC 2023 has been on decarbonising faster together. How do Elliot's activities align with these ADIPEC themes?
Yes, I appreciate very much the question. Um, Elliot is a manufacturer of equipment, so we provide equipment that is key in the process of decarbonization. And a lot of people think about decarbonization in very, very complex form. It really is relatively straightforward. You're talking about carbon, CO2, right? That's a gas. And you're talking about hydrogen, which is another gas. We make compressors that transport that gas. So if you look at decarbonization, there's really, if you look at 99% of the problems of the world in decarbonization, there is really two pathways that you're dealing with. One has to do with, okay, you have a source of CO2 that could be either pre or post combustion, removal of CO2 in a power plant or an industrial complex. And then you got to take that CO2, move it along a pipeline, and then stick it in the ground in geological formation, right? Very simple. Well, to get it from point A to point B, you need a compressor. That's where we come in. We make compressors. These compressors compress the gas and they transport it along the line. So that's where our technology development is. Similarly, on the hydrogen side, that's the other decarbonization gas that everybody's talking about, right? You make hydrogen, either blue hydrogen, green hydrogen, which is, through electrolysis or through other processes. Again, you got to take that hydrogen and you got to transport it from point A to point B to the user of the hydrogen. And again, we come in there, we can transport the gas through a compressor through the pipeline. So that's our product focus for sustainability.
So talk to us about how you're helping to accelerate the energy transition.
Yeah, so we have several major development projects going on. We've really shifted our focus from a company that is a supplier of equipment to refineries, petrochemical plants. We've really shifted that in the last 2 or 3 years to look at the sustainability market as a key focus for the future. So we've started development of new hydrogen high-speed compressors, new CO2 high-speed compressors, really major technology development programs to address this market because the market is growing. Right now, we're talking about CO2. That's happening right now. Hydrogen happening maybe in 5 to 10 years from now, but it will happen. And so we need to have products ready for that market when it really hits. And so that's where our major development comes in.
Where would you see the major challenges in the sector?
Most of those tend to be on our side technologically, right? I mean, we're looking at new materials, we're looking at new drivers for our compressors. There's always market forces. We're not so much concerned with market forces because we're a manufacturer, right? We do what the industry wants. On the hydrogen side, hydrogen is a fairly aggressive gas that causes what's called hydrogen embrittlement, which is a significant issue when you develop machinery because you want your machinery actually to run and not explode, right? You kind of want that to happen. And so you have to develop specialized machinery, optimized machinery that's number one, efficient, reliable, and then it also needs to be able to run for a long period of time because you're going to develop all this infrastructure that's going to cost not millions, but billions of dollars, and that infrastructure needs to be able to last. So we are spending quite a bit of effort, time in addressing these challenges, but they're primarily technological challenges.
Would you explain them brilliantly in a very non-technical way? So thank you for that. In terms of coming here and exchanging your knowledge with other people, talk to us about ADIPEC. Why are you here?
This is an interesting marketplace for networking, but also for an exchange of ideas, right? I mean, we see the other guys, our competitors, what they're doing. They see what we're doing. That helps us. It's kind of weird, but it helps us because we learn from each other. But then we also see what our clients are interested in, right? They're all here, all of them. So, and then we see what our suppliers are doing because all of this has to come back into our product. We need to know what our client wants. So we need to talk to them. We see them here. We see what our competitors do. They see what we're doing, maybe. And then we see what our suppliers, because we integrate many components into our machines. And so all of that comes nicely together in one big show here. So that's the big value of this event.
It's been absolutely fascinating talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.